and welcome to the Model Talks. I'm your host, Charlene Radlin. On today's episode, we talk to Veronica Montano. Veronica shares her experience in Top Model Latina and how it has not only helped shape her career, but how it has also broadened her vision to pursuing more than just modeling. Veronica tells us about the benefits of starting with a smaller agency and branching off to a larger one, as well as her feelings on social media.
Happy to be here.
Yay! Thank you. You are someone that I think your career is amazing. I love watching it. You are a former winner of the Top Model Latina. Yeah. And you've been in commercials, you've been on billboards, you've done it all.
Yes.
And I want to talk to you more about that whole process. How did Top Model Latina come about? Is that something that you always wanted to be on?
I never thought I was going to compete in Top Model Latina because when I first started my whole career, I did a lot of competitions back home in Puerto Rico.
You did?
Yes, I did a lot, like 5 or something like that.
Competing with what?
Yeah, different competitions like top teens, something like that.
Okay,
a few competitions for models over there. I did like 5 or 6.
Did you win?
All of them, I always was finalist, always, until the last one that I won.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah, and that's when I stopped competing.
You were like, I'm done. This is over with. I can't do this anymore. The stress.
So, when I'm already here signed in New York with an agency, I don't see why to get into a competition because I'm already working. That's why usually you get into a competition to start working as a model.
Right.
So I was doing that, and then it was from the agency that they told me, they're doing Top Model Latina. It's a competition for Latina models.
And it's very similar to America's Next Top Model, right? It's
it's
like
the
same
concept is kind of the same.
Okay.
Yeah,
but it's only girls who are Latin.
Only girls. You
Okay.
have to be born in a Latin place or be from parents from there.
Okay. Oh, your parents have to be from there.
Or your parents can be, Latin.
Okay, that's good.
So it's in the blood, but
yeah.
So when Major told me about this competition, I was like, I don't, I've been I love that. I don't think I want to. And they were like, it can be good for you, blah, blah. So I talked to my mom even about it, and she was like, you don't have nothing to lose. And that's true. I don't have nothing to lose. So I was like, okay, I'm going to give it a try.
Yeah.
So I got there, blah, blah. I did the auditions. They accept me, and...
How was that whole entire...
The process.
Yes, how was it?
So the process of Top Model Latina is that you do the casting, and if they like you and you have all the prerequisites, being a Latin models, you have kind of the measures they want, then they get you in the competition. So you're a contestant.
Was it hard though, being in the competition with all these different girls?
Of course, because we at my time we were like 12 girls, I think.
12. And in a house.
No.
You guys are in a house?
No.
Oh, you get to go home?
No, we get to get home.
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
it's nothing.
great.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's really different from the concept of American Next Top Model. We don't live together. It's not a reality show.
Okay.
TV show. It's not.
So it's really real. It's like you go.
It's real. Yeah.
Okay, great.
Everyone goes to their home. Blah blah. The thing is that during the contest, like most of all the models are from different countries. Like one from Colombia, was from Puerto Rico. There was one Dominican,
So not every girl was from the same Latin place?
I mean, maybe like 2 girls or something like that, but they usually try to take one girl from different country.
Great.
They try, but if they don't have it, they have to fill it with another, from the same country. But
were the competitions, so you went out to castings and you just had to, like, what were I don't know anything about Top Model Latina.
Like the process when you are as a contestant?
Yeah, like what obstacles do you go through?
Yeah, so the process is that once you are a contestant, there's always gonna be pretty much just like once a week they meet and it's like they do everything. Like they prepare you really well. Like you have nutrition classes, makeup classes, runway classes, how to walk, hosting, even how to express yourself. They do photo shoots. They do a lot of photo shoots to build up your book, your portfolio. They go through the whole thing of preparing a model, and they do it well. And I was
Which
like,
is so rare because
it was great because usually like all models just get into the agencies with no preparation, no nothing, like no knowing nothing, not even how to walk. Usually models are signed, they don't even know how to walk. And I think it's a great idea to prepare yourself before going in the real world.
Do you think that this is something that agencies should have in-house to
I
just
think
have
so.
because we don't have that, you think that would make the agency better?
Of course, because their models, they're gonna benefit from it because their models are gonna get more booked, you know?
Do you think from the experience from Top Model Latina, your career has
Definitely, I think
propelled?
so. Yeah, because they prepare us really well, Well, from my experience, I had a lot of experience because I already was working and I already did some competitions, some lessons. But still, like, they prepare me in a way, like, they told me certain things that I could do, not just be a model. That was like, ooh, I can do that too.
You never thought, like, what were some of the things that they told
Like,
you?
some of the things they told me is like, you can be an actress. I'm like, whoa, like, yeah, I did like to see movies, and I was like, ooh, I would love to do that, but I never actually thought that could happen to me because I was just a model.
Right.
So that's how I saw myself, just a model. And when they started talking to me, all the things I could be, I was like, whoa, like there's so many things I could do in this industry because it's the entertainment business we are.
Right.
So we can do everything. We can be singers, we can be actors, we can do whatever we want if we, prepare for it.
Yeah.
So, they opened my eyes, actually. And Top Model Latina concept is pretty much like developing a model, a Latina model.
A supermodel.
Yes.
Not just a model.
Not just a model, but, it's preparing them to be this top model or supermodel. And
what's a job from that experience that you've done now that you think that you probably wouldn't have booked had you not gone through that experience?
Oh, like, wow, the jobs I'm getting now, or I have the jobs lately I have done, they, are with great clients. Like I done the Ulta beauty campaign. I did 2 TV commercial for them and still on national TV.
Amazing.
You go to the stores, I see like all these billboards, all my face in every store. It's like,
that's so great. Is that
big.
surreal?
Yeah, it was like, it was crazy, but I'm doing things that I don't think I would have done if I didn't go to the process of Top Model Latina. Because I feel more confident, I'm more sure of what I can give. So it's different how I see things now, going through the process of Top Model Latina.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
I don't know, they just open your eyes and just realize that you can do so much. Like,
you're not just a model.
of course. I have a voice to speak. Top Model Latina was the first experience I was like, I could talk and express myself. And
why do you think in agencies they don't allow girls, they don't encourage girls to speak up or to find that?
I don't know, that's a good question. I think it's because they want to, I think agency wants to feel that they have the whole power over a model. That's why they don't want them to talk, because we see some things that happen in this industry, like we can get paid more on certain jobs, we can have more benefits, or they can even treat us better. But the agency has the power over that. And if we all models like have the voice, because we are intelligent. We go to school, we do a lot of things. We're not just models. But if we all agree on talking about it, the agency's gonna be like this, like, whoa. Like, models do know what is going on.
Yeah.
But sometimes models stay quiet because they fear.
What do you think they fear?
I don't know. They fear maybe of the agency, like, not liking them and not booking them jobs.
Blacklisting them?
Yeah, I think so. You know,
it's scary, isn't it?
You know, the agency, the modeling agency, there's a lot going on there. Like, it's a dark, there's something dark there. I don't know.
Dark.
No, because there are things that they don't tell us models.
Right.
They don't tell everything to us.
Why do you think that?
It's a business. That's why. It's a business.
So they try to make everything seem perfect and not to worry. And it's not just you.
Sometimes they are bookers, but we don't have a manager. It's not like a booker is your manager and they're gonna tell you everything you have to work on or tell you you can do all of this. We don't have that. We don't have a manager.
So we have a lack of guidance.
Exactly. They just send us to casting, and if you get the job, you get it. That's it. But it's not like I don't have a booker like to tell me, oh, you have to do this, you have to do this to get there, because you can get there.
So how did you, other than Top Model Latina, what were things that you did beforehand to prepare yourself for castings or going out and realizing that you needed to do something?
Before Top Model Latina?
Or did you just not know?
By that time, I didn't know. That's why. Going through Top Model Latina, I figured things out. Like, I was more open, like, and I knew more about the industry. To be successful in this industry, you just don't have to be a good model. You need to know what is going on in the industry, like understand it.
Being aware.
Exactly. And
not taking things for granted. Not just being aloof and
exactly. And before like, Top Model Latina, I was like that. I feel like I was like that.
It's a shame.
Yeah,
that we're not taught those things, you know, and we're kind of just another one. We're replaceable because it's like if we don't want to do it, then it's whatever.
We're replaceable because they can get another girl that have my looks, and that's it. We have another model like Veronica because she has her looks.
Yeah.
That's how it is, and it's kind of scary. It is, but if you know about the industry and you move, because us models, we just cannot be thinking that because we are signed an agency, we're gonna get there. It's not like that. It's not just the agency. Like, that's another thing that Top Model Latina taught me.
So you do it again, if you could?
Of course. They still aren't me. Like,
really?
Yeah, they still do.
Amazing.
They still do.
Yeah.
And we need to network more, because we cannot rely so much on just because we're signed on the agency. No, we need to get our things too.
And incorporating that too is social media. That's a huge part.
Social media right now is getting so big. I mean, I'm not such a fan of that because
why not?
Because I don't. That's another thing. Because I mean, that's what is going on now. We need to accept it because that's what is going on, and you need to play the games because you're gonna get behind if you don't. So you have to do it. But I don't believe that now people are getting, campaigns, billboards, and all these big jobs because that girl has all these followers. What about does she know how to really do her job?
And you view those as Instagram models.
I don't want to say this, but I think it's all fake. I mean, social media is fake. That's what I think, because all these models may not be doing what they're portraying on social media. Like, they take a picture like working, maybe they're not even working. They just put a scene, to see that they're working. They build something and they're not doing it really.
But is that kind of good in a sense to give the impression I am working, so you want me, or no?
Oh well, that's lying. I mean, I'm not saying that don't do it. I mean, everyone has to do their own thing to get there, and I applaud them. Those girls, those Instagram, good for you if you're doing it.
Right.
I mean, if you want to get there, you're gonna do it no matter what you're doing. So, in a way, I mean,
yes and no.
yes and no.
Okay.
I mean, yes, because she wants to get it, and she doesn't worry what to do it.
Right.
She does anything she wants to get it, and I applaud
You
that.
applaud that.
Yeah.
That's good.
But the other side, when I say no, is the clients. Like, they prefer to get a Instagram model than a real model that knows
Her poses.
her angles. You know, is a real
Gonna come
model. It's a working
professional.
model. Yeah,
Right.
it's a professional
Takes this
and
as a career.
knows about the industry because she's been a working model for a long time. So it's a no for the clients.
Right.
I mean, but they do it also because it benefits them.
Of course. It's all
Because of
It's just
followers,
business. Yeah.
they get more money and
right.
all of that.
But on the other side
Mhm.
of looking at everything, there are benefits on being on social media.
No, it does.
You
Yeah,
know?
it's not all gray, dark. No,
Mm-hmm.
it is positive in a way. Yeah, because I always post everything I'm working on,
Right.
and people get motivated. Other
Right.
girls see, oh, Veronica's doing this, Veronica's doing that, and they get motivated. They want it. They see you as a role model. And that's a great thing. I get a lot of messages from girls like, oh, to advise how to
Yeah.
get in the industry, or admire you, you're so beautiful. There's positive things.
Yeah.
And obviously, social media, on the good way, you can sell yourself more and let the clients what you do, what else you do besides modeling, and all the jobs you're doing, and all of those
Yeah.
things. So it does have some benefit. Yeah.
Thank you for that. On a scale of going from a smaller agency, because you were with a smaller agency before, now you're with a bigger agency.
Yeah.
How has that transition been for you? Do you prefer being in a smaller agency, or being in a bigger agency has its benefits?
Well, I'm gonna tell you as an advice for the girls, like how I see it and how it happened to me. When I came here to New York, I went to all open calls for the big ones. For most of them, they were big agencies, and because of my portfolio, they told me no, because my book was really different, the style from Puerto Rico.
Right.
So they said that I wasn't prepared for that.
Okay.
So I had to be booked by, I had to sign with a smaller agency. So as a positive side, yes, do get signed with a small agency before a big one. If you're not prepared for it, if you're not an experienced model, or you don't have a strong book, get signed with a small agency because it's gonna benefit you more.
Okay.
Because what benefited is that I started working with a small agency, so I started to see how was the industry. It was the first time working here.
Familiarize yourself
Of
a little bit
course.
with what's going on, how things work.
How things work, everything, how you do a casting, all of those things. And my book was getting stronger because I was getting more good pictures, And after my contract ended, I was like, okay, now I feel like I can be in a big one.
Yeah, you're ready to take the next steps.
So I did the whole process again. I went to all the open calls with my mom, and I was there, and Major was like, okay, we can work with this now. And they signed me. I was like, yes. One of my happiest moments in my life, yes.
Yeah.
So.
But you were prepared.
Yeah.
You had created more of who Veronica is versus when you had just started and didn't know anything about the industry.
Of course.
And could have potentially gotten lost in the agency.
That's what happens.
You know?
That's why I say a lot to the girls is that don't get into a big agency because of its name, or because all these famous models are here, the best models, the supermodels. You're gonna get lost, honey. You're gonna get lost. They're like, oh, the best agency signed me. Don't see it that way. See it like it happens. And you're gonna get lost there, because if they're supermodels, how are you gonna expect to work when they're supermodels beside you? I will prefer to be in a smaller agency
Develop.
to develop and be as that model, and where you prepare, you can sign with those big ones.
And now all of a sudden you feel like you can compete with them versus trying to still
Of
reach
course.
for them.
Because you have to see it this way: the agency may sign you, but they're gonna leave you there.
Right.
All the jobs are gonna be for the supermodels beside you. You know,
Mm-hmm.
they're not gonna get you anything. You're gonna stay there. And maybe you're gonna stay the whole week at your home with going to no casting, no job, no nothing. Maybe test shoot, but that's free.
Right.
You're not working.
So big agency doesn't mean guaranteed jobs. Doesn't mean that
Never.
you're going to become a huge success.
Never. On the
Mhm.
contrary, it can be bad for you. It can be bad for you because you're signed, you have a contract, and you cannot leave. So it like restrains you.
Right. From fulfilling your fullest potential versus
To
blossoming versus.
Yeah, they restrain you and they leave you there. Nothing.
Yeah.
So I'll tell this to the girls: go to a smaller agency, and when you're prepared for it, go to the big ones. So when I got to major, I was prepared, you know, and I'm actually working, you know.
Yeah. What's been your favorite project that you've been able to book from being in an agency?
The biggest one, well, obviously the
So
Ulta beauty
that was your
campaign.
favorite one?
No, that was the biggest one. That was the best one.
Would you say that's your favorite though?
Yes.
Okay.
It was the best one, my favorite, everything. You know
Okay.
why? I'm gonna tell you why.
Okay. You tell me why.
Because Ulta Beauty is it's not only big, well, it is big in the way that it was a beauty campaign. I'm in every stores. I was on the cover of their magazine. I did 2 TV commercials that are still going on national TV. So it's like everyone knows you. Like they're seeing you.
Yeah.
And wow, it's a big thing.
Yeah,
And
accomplishment.
it was my favorite because there's a story behind booking that job. And the story is that I received this email of my agent sending me to this casting, and I start reading the casting. It's a campaign. Good. It didn't say the rate, how much they're gonna pay, but it say great money with big captions. I'm like, oh, okay.
That's quite persuasive.
I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
And third, it said it's gonna shoot in LA. I'm like, I'm done. This is like what I feel like that job was the one that I was waiting for. You know,
all the
that
work from
feeling.
even like top Model Latina, everything that you've done in the modeling industry.
Yeah.
This was it.
I see that email. It's like from God. It's like this is what I needed. This is what I was waiting for.
Yeah.
And the casting was the next day, so I was like, I was starting to say like, I need to put this dress on, I have to put this certain of necklace, you know, I was preparing how I was gonna look.
Yeah.
To impress and be the most, you know, present myself as the best I could. And I was getting prepared for that, and I was like, in my mind, I told my mom, I was like, this job is gonna be mine, and no one is gonna take it from me. This is gonna be mine.
You believed it.
No, seriously, I did.
You saw it already before it even happened.
Yeah. No one's gonna take this from me. I went to the casting, and the same day at night, called back. I'm like,
yeah, this is it.
No, this is it.
This is my moment.
No, because at the casting, you already saw. I saw already the other girls that were competing with me.
Right.
So I saw the looks, and I was like, I got this.
Okay.
You know, you know when you got this. And I was like, no, I got this. The callback,
yeah.
Another great outfit, you know, everything.
Yeah.
I was really prepared, and how to talk to the directors, because on the callbacks, there's the client people over there. So
Okay.
you need to impress them and show your personality so they like you.
Right.
Because not just being good, they need to like you.
Right.
I can take this girl to LA with me because I'm gonna work good with her. So yeah, the director, and they were like, I was like, I also have curly hair, like, cause I always with straight hair here, because I get more jobs because of that. But I think they were looking like curly hair. I was like, I do have curly hair, and I start looking on my phone. I was like,
I have it. I promise.
give me a minute. I'm gonna show you the picture.
This job is mine.
And I showed them. They even printed the picture to stay with it, with my curly hair.
Nice.
And I think they fall in love. And you know,
That's so great.
when something is for you, it's for you. No one is gonna take it.
Right.
And I think that was it. So yeah, and I went to LA for 2 weeks.
That's amazing.
I worked the whole 2 weeks.
That's amazing.
And
I love that
wow.
story. That's so great.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing that.
Yes.
To kind of wrap up here, any last words, last minute words that you want to give advice to young girls coming into the industry?
Yeah. I'm gonna say this as because I get it a lot from girls that message me, like an advice on how do you do it, or how can I start my career as a model. And I'm gonna say this, like, first, educate yourself, because this is a business. It's not just plain pretty, because most of girls get in this because it's all glamour, and it's not. Educate yourself. This is a business. You have to be professional. You really have. Educate yourself, take runway classes, start doing a lot of photo shoots so you can work on it and see what are your best angles. When you go to casting, like, know how to sell yourself, how to present yourself to the clients, show your personality. And let me tell you, it's hard. It's a really hard because there's a lot of gorgeous women here.
Yeah.
Tall, you know, everything.
But just stay true to yourself, and that's it.
Yes. And what I'm trying to say is that it's not gonna be like you are gonna start modeling on the other day you're gonna be famous or whatever that you want to be. Because I don't want to be famous. I'm not a model to become famous. I want to be successful.
Right.
I don't want to be famous. I want to be successful in what I do. I want to be one of the best ones in what I do. Not famous. I don't want that.
Yeah. So do it because you want to do it. And
Yeah,
don't do
because
it from
it's your
anyone else.
passion. Because you really love doing it.
Yeah.
Not do it, because of that. And persevere. Because I'm gonna tell you, I've been in this business for almost 8 years now.
Yeah.
It's a long journey. A lot of no's. They're gonna tell you a lot of no's on castings. You're gonna go to casting where they don't even look at you. We have experienced that
Yes,
together.
I have.
They don't even look at you, and they don't even see your book.
Yeah.
They're like this. Thank you.
So just keep going.
They didn't
You
even
do
give
it.
me the opportunity to show you what I can do. And they don't even look at you and say, sorry, okay,
Yeah.
thank you. There's gonna be a lot of that because I went through that. A lot of no's. No.
But just keep going.
8 years. And now I'm doing things.
Now you're reaping the benefits from it.
Yes. After, almost 8 years, I'm
Wow.
doing what I always vision myself doing.
Alrighty, Veronica. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you for having and chatting with us on the Model Talks. It was great talking to you, and I see and I feel your passion. Alrighty. Bye,
Okay,
everyone.
thank you. Mwah.